I mean, I put a lot of time on Rise.
Mm-hmm.
So like even the game I played in stream, like I actually played pretty well
Oh,
until I got bullshitted by Shadow King. But hey, that's
Hey,
Shadow King.
Vladimir.
Ooh, flat. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you should technically not to curse or anything, but if flat plays the lane right, he wins late. But that requires him to be good.
Well, even if he wins late, we play two very different styles, right? In late game, my job is going to be a lot about making Vayne strong. Shockwaves,
Mm-hmm.
shields, Everfrost slows to set her up, that kind of thing. Whereas
Well,
his job is much more to solo carry team fights, which is not what you look to do on Orianna a lot of the time outside of Shockwaves.
so what do you go secondary in the wounds?
Hmm?
Like what do you pick in secondary wounds?
Presence of Mind, coup de grace.
Okay, interesting.
Like,
Do you
this is...
change that ever? Do you actually change your wounds depending on matchup?
not those ones.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I changed coup de grace occasionally, but...
Against whatever.
Well, I change it to cut down if I'm going up against a really tanky lineup.
Okay. Do you ever consider taking time or potion cookies against heavily sustained enemies?
No.
And starting with corrupting pop? Okay. So that's what I would have done here against Vlad.
I mean, that's fair. I just don't... I'm not very good with the corrupting pot playstyle in general.
Okay.
Like, it's a
I mean,
player
maybe
weakness.
that's maybe because I played like top lane 2 seasons long when corrupting pot got introduced.
Yeah. No,
You go went corrupting pot like every game.
I know. It's a player weakness from me as much as it is anything else.
Don't would say it's a player weakness because it's something I don't see very often, but a lot of people can't handle it. When you suddenly out sustain a Vladimir, you know, like a lot
Yeah,
of
I
people
just don't...
sat there like, what the fuck? You don't lose mana, you regenerate like 100 HP with one button press.
Thing is, I'll beat Vladimir in lane, most likely, just by farming, so I don't care.
Maybe. But yeah, we have a different type of playstyle then, because I want to win lane, and you take a farm lead, you know. I don't want, like, I want to win lane as you do, but I want to, like, how's it called? Deny my enemy resources as much as you can. By pushing out of lane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting plan.
I don't know. I also just, like, I'm not very in tune with mid lane right now in terms of what's good and what's not, so... Like, if that turned out to be, like, super, super good or whatever, then I'd probably start doing it, you know? But right now, I like Presence of Mind, because on every kill, it expands your mana pool. And refunds your mana, so if you get an assist randomly in lane, and you suddenly get 400 mana back.
I mean, like, even if you hit him once, you actually are regenerating mana, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you noticed that change with the new season. It took me months, but yeah, you play more. But you actually, if you hit somebody, you get like the present mind tag buster. Get like 3 mana or more per second. So far, pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a riveting lane phase.
right.
I mean, the thing is, like, I've always been a very late game oriented individual. Part of why I struggle with a lot of the changes they introduce. I'm dead here.
Well, as a support man, I
Oh,
can
I'm not.
say that I am too.
Good.
I know I changed my play style from being like this Nasus one trick to like this support global roaming thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stick to one lane. really good, except top lane. So when I go top lane, I go into the mindset I'm on the island.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons why I quit top lane is because I couldn't teleport help lanes. Like, I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every time I TP, I see what I lose, you know, so like, I lose two two waves or that, and it's just like... And even if the TP, like, brings something to the team, I just regret it instantly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because, like, I have said this before, but back when I was learning the game, I watched a Reckless interview, and he was talking about, like, one of the most important things you can actually do to improve is get good at farming, because if you're better at farming than your opposition and you play equally well, you are just ahead.
Yeah.
And that kind of, back when I was first starting to, you know, really want to get good at the game, that very heavily influenced my thought processes. And also I'm an ADC by my nature, so, like, you know, late game scaling has been the hallmark of most of the champions in my pool.
I don't know, like, I think my current weakness is that I play the right style with the wrong champion, you know? I should, like, technically by my playstyle, I should be a Pantheon, Pike, Bard, one trick.
Mm-hmm.
But I do it with Lulu, Nami, like with every champion in the game, so, like...
Sag.
Don't know. I just don't like Pike, and Bard is like I don't know. I tried to learn Bard when he came out, and I sucked so bad that I kind of was scarred with it.
Lee Sin kind of fucked me up there. He ward hopped out of fog and kicked me, and then I waited for his Q, and then tried to flash, but he flashed after. Maybe I should have flashed first and then tried to shockwave him under turret or something. But I think I was just dead there. Maybe I just don't even use flash, you know. I don't know, I just hate laning against Vladimir. In general. Because it feels like you just don't do anything.
Because he just outstays you.
Like, even in the early game, he just sits there and presses Q.
Yeah. That's why I asked about the corrupting part. Because you kind of counter with that.
Yeah, but, like... Okay, so here's, like, the other thing about that build is, you only go potions for so long in the game, right? So after that, that rune is basically pointless. That's my big problem with it. Is I
guess, as soon as this rune gets pointless, you should be ahead.
Yeah, but, like...
You actually don't need it.
I understand what you're saying. But I'm like... I would rather have something in my rune page that helps me the whole game, you know?
I mean, like, I just like corrupting pots. Because it gives you so much damage. Like, most people underestimate how much damage corrupting pot gives you.
No, I understand it gives a ton of damage, like that much I am.
Holy shit. I'm pretty sure somebody was in my base. I'm kind of missing a stack of iron here.
Solo killing Vladimir lol. Sometimes I'm good at this game.
You know what I value about you?
What's that?
A healthy disagreement.
Alright.
You know, like that's not often that you can have a healthy disagreement with a person. I would just go, yeah, I think that and I think that. Okay, great. On other news, like that.
Yeah.
We disagree so much, to be honest. Like, it's just sometimes I realize that we disagree like daily on topics.
Yeah. I don't
That was
know.
one of the topic we had in like when we played with Quinn. That was a pretty deep talk for like strangers to have that we had.
Mm.
But like kind of like if the vibe is right, I'm instantly like that. And like we had like topics like healthy disagreement as well. So, like, I reflected on our friendship there.
Mm.
Kind of, yeah.
No, I mean it's always nice when you can have a difference of opinion. Particularly in regards, I mean, on a very surface level, like with League build and things, like it's what creates progress and drives discussion. Like, it's actually very healthy for improvement.
Yeah, we have like probably the most different play style in the game.
Yeah.
Where I search like every mistake from an enemy in the early game to get a lead, and you're just like, I want to scale and annihilate them with my skill to carry,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sat here trying to make them force them into mistakes.
You?
I should just get.
I
back
can't
into
join
League.
Vladimir's
That's alright.
on my face.
Oh, video might get me out.
I should really get back into League. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that I don't enjoy the game.
Just careful because they're around you now.
Oh, I hate Vladimir. Like, he just ulted, walked under my turret, pulled, did virtually no damage, and then I died.
Yeah, I mean, like, Vladimir is like Nasus. You win the lane until you don't.
I just kind of wish I hadn't second-guessed myself, because he wouldn't have been able to do that if I'd have bought Kindle Gem last back like I wanted to.
What did you buy instead?
I finished Lost Chapter so I could buy pink wards, but then I ended up stuck under my turret and didn't even get to place them. It's just Vladimir. He's one of those really annoying champions to play against.
I actually quite like Vladimir.
I like playing him.
I just think I will never be good on Vladimir. There's a difference between knowing how the champion works and being actually good with Vladimir, because actually good Vladimir can solve it every game.
That's right.
Which of the mythic ADC items do you think are is the weakest at the moment?
Shieldba.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, on ADCs itself.
Yeah.
Just,
I think it's a good item. I think there's just too much damage in the game for an ADC's health bar to withstand it. Even with that item, so I think it's virtually pointless. Like, it's... Like, when you watch Schalke versus Excel and you see Patrick buy Lifebow and try and survive Nocturne Karthus, and every time he dies and it pops and it does nothing.
That was just a worthless repelled. I do see film myself.
Like, that's not... You know, that's what kind of puts me off that item, is I just feel like if I buy it, I'm lessening my damage and I'm not really getting any extra survivability.
Okay, if you choose like a pro play lifesteal isn't really a stat they want, but like if you compare it to Bloodthirster, isn't it like more worth if you want lifesteal to go life pro instead of Bloodthirster?
Yes, I guess. I mean, yes and no. Because you get the shield at different points, right? So, like, against poke comps, I'd want Bloodthirster, to be honest.
Okay.
Because you can have the shield up front, right? From farming minions, and it denies some of that upfront damage. Against an assassin, you're more likely to want shield, though. That would be my sort of...
Interesting. I mean, I was surprised when I recently played ADC and I built a Gelfos and how much damage the active actually deals. Like, I know the dash is pretty strong in some like situation, but I didn't think that it would actually deal like an auto take a graph of damage. And that's active. Cho'Gath OP. I just looked and saw Cho'Gath. I didn't even
I will
know what was
point out-
going on.
I made Rift Herald useless.
that's all.
Okay.
No, I was talking
What do you
about
think of the new Skarmeter, by the way?
the new scimitar. I don't like it because it doesn't give you lifesteal, but I think, like, in the current state of the game, like, it's good. It's just not as good as it was. The loss of lifesteal in return for crit is nice, but I feel like you wanted it for defensive purposes rather than damage, and now you kind of get, like, half and half, you know?
I mean, it's the same opinion about it. I think like it's actually pretty. Like most of the times, you just pick up a QSS and don't care for Skarmeter.
I kind of
Yeah.
like Silvermere Dawn, because, like, I play a lot of Jhin, as I'm sure you know, and just, like, the flat damage on that item can actually be a little bit better than the crit sometimes.
I think they should like buff Navori Quickblade by making it cheaper. Not gonna lie, like it is always a super situational item where like only illusion kind of actually builds it.
I just got half health by a Bollybear in 1E because he's got Nashers.
Yeah, just keep pinging me.
But yeah,
if
that
there's
the
anything I
activation
can do
always
about that.
is a succeed.
Come on now.
Okay. Not bad. I need to go for Morello early this game, so let's pick that up.
By the way, can't wait until the Risk of Rain update drops.
Sounds good.
It's in April.
Yeah, I remember you saying last night or the night before when you were trying to get into the Minecraft server. Ezreal just fired an ult behind him. He clicked on a portrait.
TSC now, huh?
Georgia?
Yeah.
You are an evil man.
Go back, Georgia. You're having a fantastic game, but just don't overextend now.
I wouldn't say I'm having a fantastic game.
I never overextend. I can't understand that.
Why are
How
we...
fat fat is Cho'Gath? 1-3, holy shit.
1, 5, and 3.
Okay, holy shit. How?
Um,
Okay, yeah, Volibear sustains Cho'Gath.
yeah.
If you can complete it, in constant fights. Oh, AP.
Hmm.
Vladimir, Rakan, Volibear, Ezreal. Oh, that is a dive combo right there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Lee Sin just got behind me and picked
And
me.
he's- Okay. Maybe standing on the turret is not much.
Stop playing with it.
Yeah, I overextended a little bit, I think.
I wish they would buff Rakan.
I don't, because we'd never see another support.
Who?
What?
Or you would have it always on your side.
What was that?
The problem with Rakan is the champion itself is not weak. It doesn't really have a
Mythic, because Chevaliers is not an item.
It is, isn't it?
Huh? But yeah, it is, but it isn't really. Like, it don't really exist. The only champion that buys Chevaliers is Rakan. But, yeah. That's about it. Because he can't really go Moonstone, like Staff of Waterfall still is a good item on him.
I'm not having as good a game this game, but to be fair, they actually have a team that's doing stuff this game.
I mean, Vayne. Quite weird. I mean, I would be a lot more scared of the enemy team if it was actually like a plat game or something. But at that time.
As would I.
That was huge in our play with Rakan.
Hmm.
That was huge for him.
I just, yeah.
Not really much you can do there. Rakan just, holy shit. That wants me to play Rakan.
I mean, I tried. But,
Yeah, apparently they're not ending, they're just going for Baron.
I don't know.
Don't really know what I should think about AP Volibear though.
It's broken.
Yeah, but I like Volibear. AD of tank Volibear. Or full tank Volibear.
No, it's the same principle as AP Shyvana. If AP Shyvana wouldn't be like this strong scaling jungler where you just need to farm, I wouldn't play it.
I don't know, it's just like I can't do shit against Vladimir this game, I really can't. Like, I'm Orianna. If they commit to me, I'm probably dead.
Oh, nice look at nice shot. Huge fight. Overextended from the enemy. I didn't then go back after. I didn't do that. Oh. And I have questions.
Are they questions that need answers?
No. I just remembered it's Zelda.
I'd like to know why Udyr is taking all the lane farm.
Because Udyr was played as a funneling champion for seasons until he wasn't.
I think he's just trolling because he's tilted with top lane.
Or Boohoo.
He's
There
been
will be
spamming
matches, like-
report top lane since minute 1.
That is like legit. Lancer, you can give those people 99% of the time when they're behaving. Level up, just like, oh, boo-hoo.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was trying to come off you.
How many shields does he get, mate?
Sorry, I just did my best to get him off you.
How many shields did he
It's
get?
alright, they're taking an inhibitor. I'm kind of glad he died so late.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like, that was... I should have warded the bush, though. If I ward the bush, I don't get nearly outplayed there.
But still, it was just like,
Hey,
I
Volley.
was just like, you haven't. Now you have. Okay, maybe you die.
Yeah. No, I misplayed that by not putting a ward in the bush. That's all it was.
In the end, you got him.
Yeah, I didn't misplay it that horribly, but I almost did. I mean, the thing is, I knew what he was trying to play around with the vision, you know what I mean? So I just didn't give him too many opportunities. I mean, we got an inhib tower, Baron, and one Drake away from Soul, so we're slowly making this game viable. I should really pick up Azonia's next item, though. Careful, Volley just left top. Careful. Vladimir from this side.
I tried. I tried to warn them.
I landed a 4-man shockwave. And we're gonna lose the game.
That is a yikes.
I mean, maybe not. They don't have Baron. They only have like 2 minions, and Volley's already used his ult. So I guess we lose an inhib and nothing more, but like...
I'm glad I'm getting tired, so I could still go to sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually have like a decent sleep schedule. Still not the best. It's better than for me 11 to 4. I guess.
Yeah?
No, maybe I'll go soon. But I kind of want to finish this. The man could be sitting here for the next 16 hours just digging in Minecraft.
Lads, yeah?
Yeah, don't fight him then,
I'm not.
Jordan. We have to go try bail out Udyr.
Oh, Stroga got 16, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least this Udyr is not building AP.
I guess that's something. I think that the enemy team has basically worked out that all they have to do is dive on me, and if I'm not there controlling the team fight, then they're gonna have a better time of it, you know? I can't believe I landed a 4-man shockwave and we lost the fight, though.
Cho'Gath decided halfway to change his targets.
Well, I don't blame Cho'Gath for realizing he wasn't gonna kill the Vladimir, because Vlad would just pull, to be honest. But it's more just like we're gonna spend the rest of this game A-ramming now.
Have fun. Problem is you don't win team fights straight up. Wait, engagement.
Yeah. Well,
What is my luck today? Fighting so many times. Meanwhile, me playing Minecraft.